Hey, yo, we're back on the podcast official episode. I should say official episode. We kind of did a couple. They're not going to go public, but official episode number 2. We got the homies. We got Mike, of course, back on. What's going on, Mike?
Same shit. A little hungover, but...
Same shit, different day. Long night last night.
Call it that.
Love to hear it.
Happy Thursday.
We got the man, Josh. How's it going, Josh?
Not too bad,
How
brother.
you been, man?
Not too bad. Been good.
Hell yeah. Love to hear it. And of course, we can't have Josh on without Pat, the fucking dynamic duo over here.
What it do, brother?
What's going on, Pat?
Hanging in there.
How
by
you
a
been?
thread. Doing what I can, bro.
Hanging
That's
by
it.
a thread.
Yes, always.
Love to hear it.
Always.
Love to hear it. So you were saying on your way over, you were saying some shit about a...
We stopped, we're on our way over here, me and Josh, and we had to stop at the Sunoco. I didn't eat dinner yet. So, I'm thinking maybe, I'll stop in there,
To cut you off,
get a
we
quick
were a
bite to
little
eat.
late.
A little late. Thanks to me. My fault, usual. But, we had to grab some ice to come up here. So figured kill 2 birds, 1 stone. We go in there, get some food, ice. I walk in, there's not a single thing that would be edible in there. I mean, you look at dude, was it not terrible?
It was bad.
The fucking
was a
hot dogs
Yeah, the hot dog.
looked older than me on a roller. And I think there was some sort of taquito thing going on. I'm not real fucking sure. Anyway, that was the least of my worries. Because when I walked in, I looked to the left. I said it earlier. It looked like the fucking Borgata Casino in there. The Pennsylvania skills machines are everywhere. There's like 6 of them in there. 2 dudes on it, 4 empty.
It's bad. It's a sickness at this point.
You said, where were you? In a Sev?
Sunoco.
A Sunoco,
on Ashton Road. Yeah, so if you want to hate your life, go walk in there. You know what I mean?
or any gas station in the city at this point.
It's also Sunoco on Frankfurt Ave is,
100%.
7-Eleven on Bridge Street.
Bridge Street, shout out, 19137. Go down there, Pennsylvania Skills Machine, babe.
It's like a gambling fucking pandemic, dude.
Yeah, they need to go to Gamblers Anonymous. Hey, listen, if you find yourself on a Pennsylvania Skills Machine in a gas station, you should immediately go hit a Gamblers Anonymous meeting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. At that point, you're hanging out in the gas station.
Yeah,
I mean,
the worst part.
You just don't got big baller money.
Go anywhere. You go to a bar and do it, it's like, all right,
Because they dump money into those things, too.
100%.
Hours in there. People wait.
You guys like to gamble, right? I know you do. You do, right? A little bit?
Yeah, on my phone, sports bet here and there.
Yeah, I say some sports betting. I try to keep myself tame. But
okay.
FanDuel blackjack, though.
Yeah,
It's been really...
bad, bro.
It's been killing me, bro.
It's bad, dude. The casino on your phone is terrible, man.
Losing a lot of money?
It's too easy access.
Not even that, yeah, it's just too easy access. I just stay away from it. I don't like it. I just feel like it's not very... regulated maybe either. It's kind of like
fucks you over.
Yeah, I feel like I'm getting fucked over by playing on my phone.
The minute you're winning, it's great because it's fast money, and then the minute you lose, it's rigged. There's no in between. There's no in between.
Fuck it, I'll get on the more.
Yeah, exactly. But you always go back because you will win eventually, but you'll never win in the long run.
Yeah,
I'm still living off a parlay back in October. You know what I mean? Like I'm still chasing that high.
Pat's at the bar showing people his parlay. He's like, "Yo, look at this, dude. I was 1 away." There's always that dude who shows your parlay that was 1 away.
Yeah, fuck you, Matisse Steibel. Over half a 3. You couldn't hit 1.
1 3.
Dude, it was so close. I know.
Yeah. Woe is me.
Yeah.
Dude, I was actually that's Sunoco by your house. There was a fucking halal truck.
Oh yeah.
Parked out front of there one day. I was like, what the fuck? There's halal at the Sunoco? I fucking love halal. You guys fuck with halal?
No. I mean, I've ate it, but I didn't know.
I like Pat's.
Do you know what you had though?
I
mean, well, at the end of the day, we don't really know. None of us know what we had, but
especially from there.
At first, I thought it was chicken. Yeah. I thought I was eating chicken, and then come to find out, I was eating lamb.
It was a dog.
I mean,
it was a dog.
It could have been a dog.
So it was lamb.
It was lamb, yeah, and I was just honestly couldn't believe it.
It tasted good.
Yeah, I mean, and then I thought about it, and I'll eat veal parmesan, so I was like, okay, maybe it's not that bad, but the initial.
What is the difference, animal wise?
I don't know. What is a veal?
I think a veal is baby lamb. Right?
So, but what's the difference between a lamb and a sheep? Does anyone know?
Where's the cricket bud?
I think it's the
You
bottom
stumped
one.
us.
No, yeah.
So is a veal its own animal?
No.
I've never been to the zoo and seen a veal.
No, it's a lamb. It's definitely a lamb.
Hey, where are your veals at?
Yeah, like,
Where the fuck are your veals at?
so I mean, yeah, I always thought like the veal was like a chicken breast. You get the veal of like a kale or something. Is that not true?
Nah, I don't.
No, I think veal's lamb.
Yeah, but there's something about a sheep and a lamb though that they correlate.
A lamb is a baby sheep.
So that would mean a
Makes
veal.
sense. Is that true?
A
Right, the
veal
little
is-
lamb. Mary had a little lamb, wasn't
Yeah.
it? She didn't have
Mary
a
had a
little
little
sheep.
Mary did
lamb,
not
but
have a little sheep. I don't
didn't have
think.
a little
I don't think
sheep.
she did.
Mary had like a bunch of sheep, but she had a little lamb that came from her.
So if we're right, and a veal is the child of a
veal.
sheep. I mean, if a lamb is a child of a sheep, and a veal, however the fuck you say that, is a child of a lamb, that means a veal is a grandchild of a sheep. I think we're totally fucked up. We probably sound like idiots right now.
Well, I mean, if you know the answer to this, please comment
I think,
below.
please
and
God,
let us know.
please God. I mean,
No.
we're not gonna find out.
Yeah,
You
please,
know what I mean?
please tell me.
There's no
Speak
way
up.
I mean, like, so when they're like, what would they shave a sheep with before, like, before it becomes a veal? Because
Manscaped.
right, would you use it? Like, would you use a manscaped?
That just flowed perfectly. We said we were going to talk about Manscaped. Shaving
Are you
the
gonna
sheep,
use the
Manscaped.
lawnmower 4.0 on your sheep?
Lawnmower.
Fucking Manscaped.
I haven't tried it. Have you guys? Any of you tried it?
Manscaped.
I actually received it as a birthday present from my mother. Well, a little weird. She asked me. so let's not. Wait,
Josh, I kind of figured you need to, take care of yourself.
You
down
need to
there.
get
You got a
downstairs and
girlfriend now and
Manscaped,
everything, you know.
Let
Some
me,
upkeep.
let me back up a little bit
Yeah,
there.
the old lady went to your mom and said, "Listen, Steve, we need to get the Manscaped for Josh."
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. But
It's not your
now,
best interest.
to back up a little bit, I received, a text message from my mother. What do you want for your birthday? I've been putting off getting it, but, I got one from CVS, electric razor, and you know how it is. It's bad, you know. You got to be
bad shit.
real cautious down there. You're dancing with the devil. But with the Manscaped stuff, I'm telling you, it's you can go right to it, man, and it's great.
Life changing.
It's
And it
great.
Comes, it comes,
So it's like a lotion or like
well, it comes. I got the kit. So I got the clippers. It comes with a couple different clips. I don't use the clips. I haven't yet. Maybe I was thinking like armpits. I'm not going to take the razor to my face.
bring the mic a little closer, bro. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
I was thinking about maybe getting another one used for my face, and for my my crops down there.
Genitalia.
Crops.
Crops,
Yes,
But
the crops, baby.
But nah, dude, it really is. It's a game changer for sure. It gives shampoo. It's called Crop Preserver. It's a spray. Just
Is it
hit up.
waterproof?
The razor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh,
waterproof?
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
no,
waterproof.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
right,
good.
right in the shower,
So you can
dude.
get in there. See, that's
the
the
best
problem
way
with
to
the
do it.
fucking Rite Aid and CVS brands is they'll bust up in the shower.
Yeah.
So then what? You got to go over the toilet with it? No, I'm not trying to do that like a fucking second class
I know
citizen.
you have.
You know I have. You know what I mean? But still, I'm not trying to do it again.
And I feel like a dry shave just always ends up in.
It's atrocious.
it's
I mean, even if
awful.
it's
atrocious.
Yeah. But I mean, I definitely do recommend it. There's all different ones too. I got one of the cheaper ones to be honest.
I was gonna say, what's the price range looking like?
Not sneak diss and mom love you and all, but it's great.
Well, you got to.
But there are better ones, you know what I mean? I'm just saying.
I wouldn't want to like go full out and get you the best one because if you didn't fuck with it,
Yeah,
then
dude, like I'm telling you, I have like the pretty standard package, and it comes with a little bag, like a travel bag, and it comes with body wash and shampoo also. And I use that; it smells great. So,
Oh, yeah.
Dude, but all the shit that you just said, though, that's the basic package.
basic.
You know what I
dude.
mean?
I mean,
Like,
it's still like I
that's-
think it's
that's
like
some good shit
I think it's
there.
like $180, but it comes with like
God
it comes with newspapers you put out on the floor or your
Yeah.
I'm
clippings.
greedy about buying razors. Just razors.
I'm
man.
just going to steal my neighbor's neighbor's
Yeah,
and use
dude.
that.
Yeah. You
Like-
fucking cut it up. You know what I mean? Put
I
it in
feel
I'm
there.
going to put it back.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna put it
I've
back when I'm done, too.
I better hope your neighbor doesn't hear this.
Sorry, I had
podcast.
to borrow your.
I mean, if they do, I'm sorry.
Yeah, rubber banded fire at the neighbor's door, pubes fucking exploding everywhere.
It's like Wedding Crashers when he fucking cuts it, it goes in the fucking cake and shit like that.
That was Billy.
God.
Well, is it Billy Madison when he's there? He's at there in the bushes.
He called this shit poop.
Yeah,
When he got
yeah.
the fucking lights of purple fire.
You ever see the one Harold and Kumar where the dude gets out of the fucking hot tub?
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Dude, fuck.
And has
He
the
needs some
dreadlocks.
manscape in his life.
Yeah, heavy ass bush.
He needs some nair. Something.
There.
Just burn it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Speaking of
though.
movies, though, anyone got any new movies or shows or anything that they've been checking out?
Yeah, Harold and Kumar.
That's the first time you watched it, dude?
Nah, bro, that was a
was gonna
fucking
say.
legendary movie. I don't even remember which one that scene is from, but I
it's one
watched
of the newer
I
ones,
watched
maybe.
White Cat. Well, there's only two, right? Is there more than two?
Yeah, no, I think there's
the
White Castle and then Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah. I
I've
think
seen
that was Guantanamo Bay.
I've
Yeah.
seen that one.
That was Guantanamo Bay. I watched White Castle the other night. I think it's on
You want
Netflix. Big Bob.
Big Bob.
Oh my god. Good movie, man. Good movie. What else you guys been on? Fucking Netflix TV show wise.
I've
Movies.
been watching The Sopranos for about
2 years.
3-4 years now, and I finished it maybe 8 times. And there's 6 seasons, and they're hour episodes. So I
Do the
just
math.
I got some attachment issues with The Sopranos. I think that I just can't let it go.
Yeah.
What
Like,
is it that
it's
keeps
on-
bringing you back?
It's fucking phenomenal, dude. It's a great crime and like action show, but the jokes and shit in it, the comedy in it is just ridiculous.
You always
Like,
find something you missed the first time or the last time per se.
100%,
You know what I mean?
dude.
Something slick or even like a look, a side look, or one of them. It's like, oh shit, you just laugh about that.
and I use it in like all the fucking shit that I've seen, like the lines in that show. I use it in my everyday
100%.
life, and it's like phenomenal. Get to laugh every time. It's great. You know what I mean?
100%.
That's
Uncle
awesome.
June, it's great.
I've never seen any of the Sopranos.
Well, you need to go
you
home,
gotta-
Penitent and Star.
It is like a job. I mean, every episode's what, an hour
It's an
long.
hour.
Are they
59,
still
59
making? They're
minutes.
still making episodes? Or are they
Nah.
done with the season?
It's
or?
done. Well, Many Saints of Newark was like a kind of like a sequel deal,
spin-off.
but it was
Yeah.
a sequel, but in the means of it took place before the actual series, the TV series. I loved it. You said you liked it,
Yeah, I
right?
liked
A lot of people were,
They were
saying it wasn't
shitbagging
too
it.
good.
A lot of people were shitbagging it. But
Shitbagging it.
the problem is you really got to love the, like, if you watched The Many Saints in Newark, either of you've never seen The Sopranos, you would hate it because you don't know anything
It was about Tony when he
Right.
was a younger.
Right.
And it was
It was the backstory.
Gandolfini, his son, Gandolfini played Tony. His son played him when he was younger.
Okay.
So it was cool to
James
from
James
that.
Gandolfini played Tony Soprano. Michael Gandolfini's his son.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
he played the son and all. It's cool. You know what I mean? Like, it gave you backstory that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise. And they wanted to make a sequel before James Gandolfini died of the actual Sopranos, but he died in the meantime. So they were fucked. Like, what are you gonna do? He's the main character. You couldn't. So it was cool to finally get that, but it was years down the line. So it was different. But
And it's obviously it's based on true events. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's-
love anything that's like,
Yeah, it was. I mean, some of it's exaggerated,
Right,
but
of
obviously,
course.
I mean that shit's still going on now. It's just,
Yeah.
they're smarter now. You know what I mean? It's,
more behind the
but
scenes.
no, definitely that shit was going on back then, and I like it so much because it's so close. It's it's pretty local.
Yeah, right. I think I
but it's actually a fictional story though.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
storyline's
fictional. But, I mean,
fictional.
of the
but-
mafia is-
yeah,
it-
to say like
yeah,
that,
it's
Oh,
that
right,
shit
no,
was-
I thought it
representation
was-
of what
yeah,
actually
I thought it was
happened, yeah.
based on. I thought there was like true events
Nah.
it's kind of just like
based around it, kind of.
like you could take based on the mob, Italian mob, stuff like that, the mob families, and they exaggerated and created a storyline based on what was actually happening. But yeah, I'm sure there's all types of stuff that happened in the show that actually took place in real life. You know what I mean?
And it's
Also-
cool though because they'll talk about, not to cut you off, I'm sorry,
you're
but about actual like mafia figures from back in the day. They'll bring that into the show.
Yeah.
So like they'll talk about like back like Castellano from New York. He was in the mob back in the day. They'll talk about him and other figures that were actually in the mob, and they'll try to associate it with the show. But nobody that's actually in the show is in the was ever in the
right,
mob.
right.
You know
It's
what I mean?
not like
Yeah.
they're not using real names.
It's like fictional characters added to the mix of what actually happened and what was going on, pretty much.
I gotta start watching this shit, man.
It's phenomenal, dude. You won't regret it. It's
Yeah,
great.
and I feel like you and even you, Mike, you're into like that, deeper. People dive into stuff, and with that, Tony Soprano, a lot of it, some people don't like it. I like it when he's talking to his shrink about his problems, what he's going through. It drags a little bit,
Right.
like you really dive into where his head's at, and you know what I mean.
You get just more perspective.
It's a whole
and
exactly.
everything.
So
you would
like,
think like it's about the mafia and shit. You would think like
Yeah.
shootouts, all this crazy shit happening
Yeah,
all
but
the time,
he's-
but it gets
at
deeper
the
into
end
like
of
the
the day,
mental. Yeah, I
he's
like
still
that.
a family man. You know what I mean. So
Yeah,
like,
right.
with you guys being open minded, viewing other people's perspectives, I think you'd end up liking it, to be
That's what
honest.
the pod's all about, buddy.
For sure, for sure.
Oh yeah.
No doubt.
I think they're coming out with what's that? I think it might be on Netflix. They're coming out with it's a movie about the making of The Godfather, because I forget that was really like had a big mob presence. I think in the making of it, like they were bringing in actual mobsters to get direction in the movie, and I think that ended up kind of like there was a lot going on there. I'm not sure where it's coming out on. I don't know. Did you guys say anything about that?
I didn't hear that.
I think
I'd
it's
like to
with
see that though, for sure.
I forget the actors. It's two bigger actors. It might be Jonah Hill or Seth Rogen in it. I'm not sure. But it was like, it was
Definitely got to look into that.
Yeah, it was like two younger guys or something like that came up with the idea, and then they brought the mobsters in, and it was all about the making of The Godfather.
It's funny though, because when they do that, they get, if they're still involved in that life, they get shitbagged so crazy, because you're outing everything that you're not supposed to admit that you're involved in.
Right,
that. So
right,
them admitting the shit that's going on is like the end of the world in their eyes.
Well, that's
So
like I don't know if you've ever seen, like, I watch a lot of YouTube, and there's a guy on there, Michael Francini, I think he is.
Francis, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Francis, and like he was a rat or whatever, and then now he's just a complete rat, and just is on YouTube. Just
Well, I think what he is he didn't rat on anybody. He just talks about it now, right? Or maybe
no. I think he like. That's why he's out of jail, because he got indicted and he gave
that
people
makes
up.
sense. Yeah,
You think he's
he
got
just
like
talks about it.
You don't
He's
rat
got,
on
like,
people, just
protection.
told everyone what
I
happened.
think his thing now is he doesn't talk about anybody that's alive.
Yeah.
I think he only talks about people that are dead that can't be
you
affected
think
by
there's
it.
still
Can't defend
motherfuckers
themselves.
out trying to like chase after him and shit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
I
guaranteed.
think he's got
yeah.
like protection or
Oh,
like.
Oh, 100%.
That's it's his loyalty, you know what I mean?
Somebody trying to make their bones. You know what I mean? Like I can't imagine saying like I killed this dude who was a rat and took down this guy.
Yeah.
Like
It's not like
There's
maybe might not necessarily be like out here hunting for him, but if he was seen out by the wrong person, he may probably run into some
You
issues.
get different type of guys or made guys, whatever, sworn into different types of mobs, stuff like that. But who knows what's going on? There's definitely some shit going on still, though. That shit's didn't just go away, you know what I mean?
Oh no, it's just way more discreet, and they just people become better businessmen. It's
business. You know what I mean? Business is business, and people get better with it.
right.
Joey Merlino back on fucking there in South Philly. He's still running the mob down there, but he's just doing it from Florida.
I mean, I just watched the whole thing about the whole Joey Merlino and who was the Philly War.
Nicky Scarfo?
Yeah, with Nicky Scarfo and Joey Merlino. I just watched a huge, like an hour-long YouTube video on that. I was like, wow. I love seeing shit, like, obviously, like, love seeing shit like that when it has to do with the city.
Yeah.
Educate me. So what's it about?
I forget exactly. I can't give you years in it, but it was a mob war that was going on down in South Philly, and because the younger mobsters like Joey Merlino wanted to come in and take over, they felt like they should be running the mob, and it spilled out into a huge crime wave out in South Philly and Philly. I think it was like what 70s, 80s.
I
maybe
think that was a little
sooner.
bit later, actually. I think that might have been probably like mid 80s to closer to the 90s.
Yeah.
Because Joey Merlino is probably only about like in his 50s now.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, so he was young.
Molded the city. You know what I mean? Definitely, it's a huge part of the city.
It's crazy too. Like that, they were so brainwashed down there. I seen his video. It was like very telling about like what was going on down there. He's giving out. Now he's a known mobster. Everyone knew that he was a mobster. He's giving out turkeys on Thanksgiving, right? Yeah. And all the kids and shit, they're running up with their moms and all, and they're like, "Oh, we love you, Joey. We love you, Joey." Like this dude's killing people last week, but now he's fucking handing out turkeys to man.
Fucking Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, right.
He had to move the dead body over in his trunk to fit the turkey.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's funny.
What's that smell coming from your trunk? It's the turkey, Ma. Go back in the house.
Yeah. Over here.
It's the veal.
That's the veal, exactly.
The fucking veal.
The veal parmesan.
Oh man. Fuck. Did you guys see the shit they're talking about UFOs and stuff recently?
I did. I seen some stuff. I mean, I don't know how I feel about the whole. I mean, I think there's definitely got to be some, some life beyond us.
Gotta be something, bro.
It's not just us,
The universe
It's
is too big.
I hope it ain't just us.
When I was a kid,
We're not that.
The universe is going downhill if it's just us.
this ain't working. I gotta find someone.
When I was a kid, dude, I didn't believe in any of that shit, aliens and all that shit. But now growing up, I'm thinking like, it's got to be a crazy coincidence if humans were the only motherfuckers on this little rock in the universe.
It'd be
Like,
insane.
there's got to be some other shit out there, right? Like,
Right. It blows my mind. Like, I've only been on an airplane a handful of times, but every time I'm on an airplane, it's just like I'm finding myself taking videos. Like, it doesn't feel
trying
real.
to catch a UFO.
Yeah, but I mean, looking down, like everything's so small, and it just blows my mind to think like you just go up, and then eventually it's just like
Perspective, bro.
yeah, dude.
That's why I got
and it
this.
just keeps
That's why I got
going.
this tattoo. Honestly, is space.
That's
'cause,
what I mean. Like,
it's fascinating.
so you're gonna tell me everything out of everything on your arm, there's only one of them that has life on it? You know what I mean? There's got to be some, whether it has 5 heads or not.
Well, I mean, and the way Elon Musk is working, he's going to impregnate a planet with humans sooner or later.
yeah. I mean,
Impregnated planet.
he's
I know you've been having a pretty tough time. I mean, maybe you go over there with Elon. See what you can do. See, you know what I mean? Spit some game over there, man.
You'll get a
Double
Martian
dip. Maybe
shit.
I could double dip.
There's a
And I'll
list.
come back over
That'd
here.
be the best. Have a girl on each planet.
Yeah.
Now,
That'd
see,
be
now we're
ideal.
talking. Now you're speaking my language.
There you
Cuz,
go.
yeah.
That would be ideal.
No, I'm
Go
just
to
kidding.
Mars today.
I'm faithful. I'm faithful.
There you are.
These girls aren't though, so I don't know why you.
Don't
might as well
yo,
stop.
Don't get me started, cause
You might as well stop now.
Cut it.
Don't say no names.
yeah. Hold on, real quick though. Before I want to touch on one thing you said. You said, yeah, I'm on airplanes trying to catch blah blah blah, taking pictures trying to catch UFOs. Dude, we're on the way to Nashville.
Yep.
Nashville. Oh,
That's real.
Were you? Yeah. So, did you know we weren't sitting together and just waited to tell me until we got there?
Wait, hold on. Let's clear this up right now. I told you right away. I said, look, bro, it is going to be like $200 to sit next to each other on the way there.
Right.
So we're separated.
I believe this. By the
You
way, I'm
were
just
so
slow.
out. Yeah, you were so out of the loop, and just me handling everything.
Yeah, right.
I think you were working 12s, like literally before we went. And, dude,
makes
you were
sense.
so out of the loop. Like literally the night before, like, what time is our flight? I was like, bro, I sent you all
Wow.
this.
Yeah.
So, and I'm
My
usually,
shit was packed though.
I'm usually pretty bad with organizing, and like I said, I don't fly often, so I didn't really know what I was doing.
Yeah, well, see, like when I fly, it's like, I mean, I'd probably take a flight. I mean, once or twice a year, but it's something that like I have to focus in on.
Yeah,
Like I'm
yeah.
preparing
Yeah.
for.
It's
a
so
few
easy to
days,
fuck
like,
something up, and if you fuck up, you're in the airport for 4 hours. You know what I mean? It's not.
Right.
It's not a little
I mean,
thing.
It's
where-
not
Get
worth the
something
fuck
like-
up. You know what I mean?
no.
It's
Well,
not.
To answer your question, I did know, and I assume that you also knew.
I knew, but dude, I'm like, dude, like this is fucked up, man. I'm like sitting there. I don't have no headphones. I got nothing. My phone's obviously it's not working. We're in the air. It's not working.
Yeah, and he just didn't have
Dude, I got
any
nothing.
music, anything.
you need a complimentary
And I'm so-
Wi-Fi going on?
Yeah, you were.
No, no complimentary
No, that was
Wi-Fi.
only
Maybe
first class.
Yeah, only first
Flying
class.
Spirit, dude.
American.
It's American. This guy
we
killed
flew,
it.
yeah,
Listen, I'll give him
Oh, wait,
credit.
no, there was
I'll shit
Wi-Fi.
back him on
There
a
was
lot of
Wi-Fi.
things, but he did very well with planning the airfare,
All right,
getting
what-
us there,
all right, what
and
carrier?
then
Tell your
American
18.
Airlines.
All right, good. Good. All right, I got you.
What do you want to hear, cuz?
What you were saying?
Oh yeah, no. So we're whatever. We're on his fucking airplane, and he's sitting to like the next to me, but to the back a little bit, so like two rows back. So I'm like looking over. I'm like trying to make like conversation. Like he's not that far away, but there's this
It was
this
too
woman.
far. It was too far.
This woman's like next to him. Was it a 3-seater or 2?
It was a 3-seater. But
Yeah.
She
so
was
she was
next to
on
me.
she was on that one. Was
Still
there a
next.
gap?
Nah, no gap.
That's even better. No gap.
You should have been a fucking gap.
Should have been a big gap. But, I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, oh, this guy locks you out with the best looking chick on the plane and I'm sitting here by my fucking self? Like, how about that?
But listen, I mean, from my perspective, I mean, I'm 6'3" on this little ass plane, and this girl was next to me. I look over. Pat has his feet up. He's making it seem like it's a lot worse than it is. He really had it made. But
I just couldn't sleep. You know what I mean?
yeah, he couldn't sleep on the hour and 45-minute flight that we had to take.
Like, yo, you would think we were going to fucking China the way I'm acting. I'm like, yeah, fuck, we were going to Nashville.
He was upset. He was pissed.
He was actually very upset over it.
Yeah.
He
Well,
didn't-
yeah, how
still
about me
apparently
getting
still
on it?
hasn't let this go.
I will never let it go. With us going on to the plane, I got no carry-on bag. People were looking at me like I'm a giant dickhead, which
He
I guess
was
in a way I am.
He was empty-handed to say nonetheless.
Dude, they thought I left. Somebody asked me if I left my shit in the fucking.
Yeah, he had nothing.
But I
His
feel like
hands
that's
were empty.
that might be.
People do that
yeah,
though.
what?
You don't need to have a carry-on. Like,
Yeah,
I wish
way to fly,
I wish
feel
I
like.
didn't, but then again, his airplane experience was so bad. Apparently, I don't.
I mean, bro, that's a short flight though. Either
Yeah.
way, like you can have the worst experience ever. I've been on 9-hour flights, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a bad fucking flight.
that is
100%.
that sounds-
You
I've
can't
never had
sleep on a
that.
9-hour flight. You hate your life.
I
Yeah.
couldn't sleep in a 9-hour car drive. That's probably worse.
Yeah,
I can't because I'm scared if
What's
anybody's
worse?
driving but me.
What's worse, a 9-hour flight or a 9-hour car
I'm
drive?
gonna say flight because there is no scenery to look at. You're just looking at clouds.
I don't know, bro. I feel like I'd rather fly for 9 hours than drive for 9 hours, only because I fucking can't sleep in a car when anybody else is driving.
Agreed.
I feel unsafe.
Trust issues, for sure.
There it is. It's got to show somewhere.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree. I stand on your side with that.
I don't know. I'm all for road trips, man.
Yeah, I
Road
mean,
trips are the shit,
love
bro.
a good
You ever
road
see that
trip.
movie, Road Trip?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Where he's at the diner and the guy cooking the food doesn't fuck with him, so he takes his waffles and then he let's just what he does with them, and then he eats them. The guy eats them.
Yeah.
I enjoy road
Manscape,
trip.
he,
I like
he
it. I like road trip.
manscapes with his waffles.
Hell yeah. Oh, hell yes.
Manscape.
Hell yes with the Manscape.
Not sponsored yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
But if I had to drive to Nashville,
He's coming for you, Manscaped.
What? So the flight to Nashville was what, like fucking 3-4 hours, something like that.
But, I mean, are
We
you
live in
counting the
Philly, so-
layover?
Yeah, that's right. We had a
So,
layover.
yeah, we
It's
took
probably
the
like an
layover,
hour
right.
flight, then like a 2-hour flight or
Which,
something
I mean,
like that.
which we didn't
I think we
mind.
stopped in Chicago.
Chicago, yeah,
Yeah.
O'Hare.
Driving to Nashville would have sucked.
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
well,
you think though?
Timmy and them did, right?
Yeah, so me and Pat actually made out great, surprisingly, because
You guys made out.
yes,
Yeah.
On the plane?
no, no, but
That's why it was a bad plane ride.
listen, I mean, everyone knows me and Pat. We're usually associated with things. Coming together, tagging along, whatever you want to call it.
Sex.
Dynamic duo.
Wow. Come on, pause.
Making out on the plane.
This is wow. But nah, so I mean, everything was very last minute, and it was pretty much all me. Thanks, Pat.
Go
But
for
everything worked.
nothing.
Everything worked out great, surprisingly. But yeah, Timmy and Timmy's girlfriend Meg, they got the shit end of the stick to say, and they ended up having to drive Timmy's truck to Nashville and back. Yeah, so that was, I think it's like 7 hours upwards, something like that, 7 hours.
I mean, the ride back would be my concern. Just after a weekend in Nashville.
Yeah, coming
I mean,
down. And
Rough.
I think he just bought that truck too.
he did. I
So,
mean,
like,
that
it might
could
have been, like,
be.
That was a factor probably, and like, you know what? Fuck it. I just bought this truck. Just fucking go with it.
cross
Yeah, but at
country.
the same
Yeah,
time
exactly.
though, dude,
Get
it's
some miles
like
on this
it's
bad.
I just got this
Shout out
fucking
to me.
truck, and I'm about to throw all these fucking miles, like right off the rip. So I definitely felt for him at the time.
Nah, it
No
was
doubt.
definitely.
It's probably worth his while.
He definitely didn't want to do it. It was
No,
definitely
no.
absolute need be.
But like, you
I
don't want to miss
respect
that
him for it.
trip, dude. Like, everyone's in Nashville. Nashville's a great fucking time,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, bro.
that was.
We
It
were
really
all
was.
there. Great fucking time, dude. We were talking about
fantastic time.
Nashville on the last pod. We were trying to tell Frank because he's never been there, dude. Every fucking bar on Broadway is just like live bands, multiple floors, rooftops.
What
The
I love-
vibe is real,
Beautiful
bro.
women.
I like that you could like search for like almost like your vibe almost, like our friend group and people we hang out with kind of like all different types of music, different vibes. So like that one bar we went to, obviously there's a lot of country music and stuff like that, rock and roll, Nashville. But the one bar we went to was a DJ and it was like a club vibe, but
Yeah.
like hip hop, and it was
That
cool
was like
to
a
like
hidden
switch
gem,
it up.
dude.
Yeah,
Hidden gem in
it was
that
a
one.
great time,
Yeah.
and they had the UFC fights were on, like it was
Yep.
cool.
It's crazy because I don't even remember what you're talking about, but I was there.
Absolutely.
I was absolutely there, but
You
I
did
don't
something right.
remember anything.
What was that at Dean's bar at that one? It was like the downstairs part where that dude was DJing, right?
Yeah, it was. It was. What was it called? Lucky Bastards, maybe.
Nah, yeah, Lucky
Bastards. Yeah, I believe it was. But they had the
the second
It
floor,
was
though.
Volkanovski and Ortega were fighting. It was a great fight. But yeah, there was a second and a lower down floor, and then they had the DJ up in the front corner. People were dancing and everything.
Yeah, I feel like that was the thing. Like, I mean, I feel like we've seen a lot down there, but there was so much more we could have actually seen too.
Absolutely.
Like, there's probably like fucking 50 different bars right there on that strip. Like,
you can't hit them all, dude. It's
can't,
impossible.
especially
At one
with
point,
lines
you know what I mean?
that's what they
and
do.
then there's like,
Keep you coming back for more.
I
yeah,
know there's
100%
Broadway, and then I remember Shawnee talking
There was
about
other strips,
There's
bro.
like another
We
strip
found
like
this
around the college.
We found this other little strip, bro. It was like hidden. It was like 5 blocks up from Broadway. Smaller. It wasn't like a street you could drive down. It was like an alleyway. Like you were in some Harry Potter shit. It was weird.
Yeah, that was.
But there was
over-
like this one hidden ass spot. We looked it up. We're like, where do we go over here? And we walked in the basement of this building, and we walked, and we're like, what the fuck? This looks so sketchy. We get in an elevator. It takes you up 3 floors. It's like a fucking, not a skyscraper, but it's like a 4-story building or some shit,
With the
3-story building.
rooftop bar.
And then we get off the elevator, and it's just this rooftop bar. And we're like, wow, I never would have known this shit was here. Walking down the street. It was so weird.
Yeah, that was super cool. That was a good one.
But it was lit. Yeah, Nashville's amazing.
Even like our place that we rented, there was a spot, and me and Pat had gotten there. Like I said, we're very lucky for once in terms of everything working out in our favor. But
For once.
but we got to Nashville before anyone else. And
Hold on, real quick. Shout out when we got there. Where'd we go? Neighbors?
yeah, Neighbors.
Shout
That's
out
what
Neighbors.
That's what I'm getting to. Yeah, so Neighbors, dude. So we get into Nashville, and Jim and Jade are going to be getting the keys to our place. And so me and Pat are like, all right, you know what? We'll Uber from the airport to a spot where we can eat, drink, until everyone's ready here. We go to the spot Neighbors, and it was a great spot. It was off of Broadway, about 10 minutes off Broadway, but it was like you felt home. Drinks weren't crazy overpriced, and then we ended up going there. I think every day we were there. Me and Pat were there.
You remember the happy hour?
Yeah,
special?
happy hour. Buy one, get one free.
BOGO.
Wow.
Anything.
Fucking BOGO.
Anything you fucking wanted.
That's crazy.
I was doing BOGO.
We'll never see
I was-
that again.
Yeah, dude. Like
That's only something you see. In
I was
Nashville.
doing. I was doing BOGO.
Surprising.
BOGO Blue Moon drafts with orange slice. I think. Like it was. There was
It's
a time.
my favorite beer.
Oh, it's so good, dude. So good.
It's my favorite beer.
But yeah, we all ended up hitting like brunch the one day there, and it was like a group thing that pulled a big table up. But it was cool to like see away from Broadway, like all the tourist stuff and what people actually live in Nashville. You know what I mean?
That's one thing. If I could go back, I would have done more shit. Like we just went to Broadway
Like
every day.
local shit.
We just went to Broadway. We didn't do any like
Instead of-
touristy shit. Like
Right, right.
I mean, I don't even think I like really got to even try the food because
Yeah, dude, like I love
so
like,
drunk all the time.
yeah, dude, like I love Johnny Cash. Like he's one of my favorite artists ever, and I didn't even go to like the Johnny Cash Museum or anything. Like I was just so focused on like,
yeah, like we should
fucking
have did
balls to the
like
wall
the
party.
country hall, the country hall of fame and everything
Right,
like that.
right.
That would have been cool to do.
Yeah, dude. Like I mean, going back, I mean, I get it. We were just focused on just hitting it hard, and it's
Yeah, it
hard
was our
not
first
to.
time
Dude,
there,
Broadway's like it's like a kid on the amusement park. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
we hit that strip, and it was like, all right,
But I mean,
let's
that's,
get it,
I think
dude.
that's what happened to us Thursday night. I think like we all went there with the intentions like,
Yeah.
oh, like we'll take it easy the first night. We'll just go down, maybe check out the scene.
Oh, yeah. Nah.
Get some
Nah.
groceries
Nope.
or something.
nope. We were talking about like we're not even gonna go out first night. We're just gonna go hang out, check out. Like nah.
Nah, yeah.
And then it turned
Of
into
course,
we're just
though,
gonna
you
go
know?
check out the strip, and then it turned into a fucking all nighter.
Shots.
Once Mike breaks out the tequila shots,
It's a
game
wrap.
over.
It's a wrap.
Game over.
There's just so many good bars. There's so many good bars that like you can't, you don't want to miss out on seeing them.
Yeah.
But then again, there's so much good shit otherwise that you just
and the
talked
thing
about
is,
that you
like,
don't want to miss out seeing too.
The
It's
thing was with Nashville, like the live music around here, like it's most of the time it's tolerable. Like don't get me wrong, there's great small time bands around here, but like in Nashville,
three.
it was
Yeah.
like
Shout out Phase 3.
shout out Phase 3, yes sir.
Start plugging in the show this weekend. That
Yeah.
no one's this podcast's gonna come after the show.
Don't even say it. I already held myself from saying it.
No, but like dude, all the live music in Nashville was like people I would pay to listen to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was good
That's
stuff.
different,
like,
dude.
And like when they had like the boards up with their Venmo barcodes and $20
Yeah.
for a request.
That shit was
Dude,
insane.
I spent like $120 in the one place just because the guy was so good. I was like, yo,
Taking requests, literally.
sing Free
great
Bird. Me and
idea.
Pat
Not
were
even on drinks.
Yeah, me and Pat were
Insane.
screaming Free Bird at this guy for like an hour and a half. He's like, dude, you gotta give me $20 and I will play all the Free Bird you want.
The whole 8 minutes.
Send him
The
one.
whole 8 minutes.
Yeah, how about the one chick at the one board? She's wearing a fucking a camo fedora or no, a bucket hat, camo, whatever the fuck, and she's playing a bunch of different songs. So I was like, yo, play 1985 by Bowling for Soup. It was like around
yes,
that
sir.
like that era of music, and she's like, Venmo me 5.
The mellow mushroom, dude.
What's your fucking Venmo?
It
You know what
was
I mean?
mellow,
mellow
yes.
mushroom.
Probably was that.
Yes.
Yeah.
We talked about that in the last show.
Yeah, it was.
We found ourselves there one time every night.
Yeah, definitely.
I was fighting demons at that point in my weekend.
Yeah, well, we were in bad shape though.
And our flight was 8 a.m. the next
Yeah.
morning, so it was like,
Oh my god!
I got a picture of you. You got like a fucking top hat on or sombrero or
Did
something.
you guys
of some
stay
sort.
at our Airbnb the last night?
yeah.
Yeah,
So
and
so
the-
it was a funny story. So we ended up Irish exiting per usual out of that mellow mushroom place we're talking about.
Yeah.
And we get to your Airbnb.
Forgot about this.
At this
It's good
point, we
shit.
already dropped our suitcases off that morning because everyone in our house left Sunday, and we wanted to stay till Monday, so we arranged to stay at your house the last night. So we get there, me and Pat are absolutely obliterated, and we don't know the code to
We're all
Yeah,
dead.
both of our phones are on about
So
5%.
Pat was on like 3, and I was on like I think like 1%. Like
that's
it
rough.
was like my phone ended up dying. Pat called Shawnee, and Shawnee's like, I don't know, dude.
Fucked up.
We were still
These are
out.
still on Broadway.
Oh,
Like
man.
nobody knew we left until we had to call for the code. So
Well, where are you?
Yeah, it was like,
Just
well,
come
You're
find out.
shutting
Like, no,
Irish
we're at the-
goodbyes.
yeah, well, Shannon was like, "Well, just come back inside now, and we'll figure it out." And I'm like, "No, we are here." But
Bad news.
moral of the story, and then
We get back, they're sleeping on the sidewalk.
We slept,
would've,
we slept in Shannon and Sean's room, so it worked.
On the pull out. The pull out. I was on the pull out trundle.
I
Yeah,
remember that.
pull out. The pull out. Usually, like pull out couches, like you pull it out and it stays attached to the couch.
No, it was a.
So he pulled, like I pulled the bed out for Pat, and it fucking rolled across the room.
I was in fact a free bird in there.
Pat was a free bird. But no, yeah,
I was gonna
woke up
I was gonna shout out, say we had the best Airbnb in Nashville. I was gonna shout their names out, yo, give us a discount. But now once they figure out we broke the bed,
No, we didn't break. It was
it
fixed.
didn't break. Like they just put like chair wheels on a mattress and just put it under a bed and called it a pull-out bed. But it was pretty cool.
Right, it was a good idea.
it worked for our 2 extra guests.
If I had it in me and I didn't have to pay anything for putting a hole in the wall, I would have pushed Pat down the steps and seen where we went. But I just didn't have it in
Bro,
me.
that was the
Wasn't
best.
in the cards, brother. Wasn't in the
That
cards.
was the best fucking Airbnb.
Dude,
It
and
was.
it's crazy now. We've looked at our like super nice house, and we look at the prices now.
They're like
because
half as
It's
expensive,
like half
dude.
expensive because of COVID.
I think it was like $500 a night when we went down before, and now we looked like a few weeks ago. It was like 200 and something bucks
So
for the same time. Yeah, for September. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
What are we
Yeah,
saying?
no, I would love to go back at the same time.
Dude, remember that night though? My phone, that the phones were obviously, we said we're
with
dying.
the flights.
And with the flights. But whatever happened with that? So my phone, I know you had the flights. You had to send
my
them.
phone, yeah. So I had them on the American Airlines app flights, and my phone died. I plugged my phone in, and it wouldn't charge. So I thought it was maybe the charger's broken, but it wasn't broken. And so we ended up having to go through everything, get the flight sent to Pat's phone, figured it out. It worked out great somehow, but we were very lucky to.
I wish there was a way that you could just like, or there's something you could invent that like would like capture all your memories. I think we were talking about something like
Like
that.
a camera.
Yeah, like portray like
No, but like
or project your memories.
yeah, like something that could project your memories.
Yeah, like plug something or sync something in with your brain or something like that to portray like, oh,
We all
this
get
happened
implants.
last weekend and we put it on the TV.
We just all walk around with projectors.
Like there's got to be enough technology, and I mean
You
Elon's
can
on his
always
way with
always
the
invent
Neuralink.
something. It's probably easier now.
Be some
There's-
scary shit though sometimes. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
that's what I was
I'm
just
not
thinking.
saying
Scary
I'm not
shit. I ain't
saying
proud of it all.
I'm not saying you don't want to say it, but
I got some memories that I want to keep buried.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
yeah, you keep that in.
I
the,
saw your camera feed on your camera before we set the last pod up.
Oh man, dude.
You need a
You shouldn't have left
I
the
mean,
camera here, buddy.
those are memories that I want to get rid of.
you need a
just,
passcode on them ones.
No, but if I guess is it my question? Whose question was that? I don't want to ask it. If you know.
It was just general conversation that came
Yeah.
up, but I mean, I just think it would be cool to be able to visualize memories in a way to symbolize it.
So that would be your like if you could invent one thing, it would
yeah,
be
like if I even invent or like implement or whatever you want to word it, but yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm capable of figuring it out. Like I'm not gonna like put a USB in Pat's ear and fucking, you know what I mean, and see what he did last weekend. But
That would be cool.
Nah, you don't want to know.
that would definitely like I think about that a lot though. I would say being able to visualize like memories and being able to share, because I come into many situations, I'm sure everyone does, where you're trying to explain something that happened and it's like, they're just not following it, or you're having trouble explaining it. You know?
And I like me personally, like I'm terrible at like taking pictures. And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Me too.
Actually taking the time to like, and I seen something the other day. It was like someone was talking about like that's something you actually should be doing, because like as you get older, like obviously you can talk about all these things, you're gonna forget these things, but then you can scroll through your phone and be like, oh wow.
Yeah, you go out and just focus on having a good time and just staying off your phone so much, being with the people you're with, and then you end up getting pretty fucked up, and then you come wake up next morning like, fuck.
Look back all the time, bro. I'm like,
I wish I would have filmed it.
Yeah, like literally.
all right, dude.
That party last night.
Yeah, I feel like shit, so it was probably fun, but I don't remember a lick of it.
Shout out Asher Roth.
Yeah, right. That would definitely help with the blackouts, like.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Because I mean, the blackouts aren't stopping.
Start wearing a GoPro everywhere you go.
Just
Start
takes my
strapping
I was gonna
forehead.
say, yeah.
Might not be a bad idea, dude. But you'd probably see some bad shit though.
Yeah, I mean,
It'd be a great vlog.
yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel
Nobody. I mean, people. It's either people would want to come up to you and be in it, or it'd be like you look like an asshole.
It's a great way to learn how to not regret anything you do.
yeah.
You could just watch back your night and be like, God, I fucked so many
Like,
things up last night. But whatever, I'm gonna go do it
like,
over again.
If you're gonna wear a GoPro,
Right.
if you're gonna wear a GoPro and go out, like you gotta hit it hard. You know what I mean? You can't just go out and casually drink.
Nah,
you know?
like,
6 beers.
nobody wants to watch.
If I have a GoPro on my chest, I'm making a movie.
Yeah, dude.
Right.
Like,
I mean, I don't go out and casually drink ever. I don't think.
no,
So
well,
give him the GoPro. He
When
doesn't-
I say
Mike's
casually
our
drink,
GoPro guy.
when I say casually drink, nobody wants to watch Pat strap a camera to his head and sit down and hammer a 12-pack, because not much there. But
Yeah.
you give him a 30 rack, now we're talking.
Yes.
Couple
Agreed.
shots in there, you know what I
Couple
mean?
shots, yeah.
30 rack and a couple shots. It's some
We're
very
making
rough
a movie.
sledding there.
We're making a
Yes.
movie.
Pat's killing a 30 rack in one sitting.
Easy.
Yeah.
Really?
Easy. Yeah.
That's impressive.
If you give me,
That's
give
a
me
lot
some
of beer.
time. I mean, I'm not saying like if it's a Bud Light 30 rack. I'm not saying I'm doing it in like 2-3 hours.
No.
But like
I would
you
hope
give me.
not.
I mean, I've been doing it side by side with this that guy over there for a
Dynamic
while.
duo.
Oh, I
But
know.
but I would say with Pat, he drinks fast, off the rip, off the jump, and he'll kill 10, 12 beers in an hour or 2 hours, and he'll be sitting there and he'll just stay on me for a little bit, and then he'll pick back up. Something fires him up, put a good enough song on, and
Yeah.
there's 7
beers
more.
are flowing
There's
again.
7 more.
Oh wait, I know what song. What's that song called? It's
Work
Let's
It
go
by
for
Missy
my
Elliott. That is my theme song.
You know
cuz.
every word.
Well, Missy
That and
Elliott.
back
Give
that
us-
ass up.
give us
Back
a
that ass
performance.
up.
Little Missy
Oh,
Elliott.
If I did,
Listen.
I'd hit the beat right now if I had the thing paired. Just okay.
You guys
I'll do the thing for you, but I don't know if I could do. I can't give you much of a performance.
Let's just
All
hear
right, give us a one
Let's
line.
hear one
Give us.
time.
What do you got?
It's your from a Nicka Flam yet?
Yes. That's all I want to do.
That's going on one of those buttons. So you just boop, and you just hear back.
I'm a big juvenile guy though too. When I get drunk,
Oh, yeah.
little back that ass up. I'm big on the back
Big
that
on
ass
juvenile.
up.
Girl,
I
you
am.
look good. Won't you back that ass?
Yeah,
You guys are big beer guys too. Like I'm
huge beer guy.
Yeah.
Dude, see that's the thing about like I love beer. You know what I mean, I can drink it, but I couldn't drink 30 beers. I'm gonna be sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The human
Li-
stomach
liquor.
is not meant.
And liquor gives me energy.
Dude, I'll never forget that one. That 20. It was the summer of 2020. It was during COVID. We're in his yard, and we were back there from like probably like I don't know. It was bad.
The yard.
The yard.
Notorious.
Yeah.
Especially that year too. And
My neighbors know.
Yeah. Yeah. The best
out
part
there.
is someone's gonna pay about $500,000 to live next to him.
I saw that place.
They're gonna find out real quick.
$45,000 to live next to me.
Yeah.
New pool coming this summer. They're
That's a nice fucking place, bro.
Yeah.
So we're in your yard and we got Coors Light. We both got the cases of Coors Light. Wasn't one case. It was 2, and it was the 36
rack
racks
with the
because,
cooler bag.
Yeah, because they got the cooler bags.
Yeah.
So we both have
Hell of a
them.
deal too.
Dude, by the end of the
hell
night,
of a deal.
What was it
It's
though? What
six-
kind of beer was it?
Coors Light.
Oh,
It was
all
a
right.
36 rack of Coors Light, in a Coors Light cooler bag for like $28.
Literally just smack ice on it. You're
fucking
good.
no
Yeah,
brainer.
you rip the cardboard out and put bag of ice right in. You're good.
And yeah, dude, it was perfect. It was absolutely perfect. We're in the pool. We get out of the pool. We're just fucking around. We drank until about 6:30, I think, in the morning.
Yeah, it was bad.
There's 2 beers left in the cooler
Yeah.
out of 72.
Yeah, it's.
Between just the two of you.
Between
of
just
us,
us two.
I mean, it was. There was some time. I mean, it was over. You know, it was time lapsed. But
Right, no
How many,
doubt.
how many times you guys pee in the pool?
I didn't get out of that pool for about 22 hours, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
He gets out looking like a fish. Like,
That pool was 40% piss. By the
the
end of the
only
night.
The pH levels were horrible.
the only time I'd say we got out of the pool was we ran out of. Well, we had the one cooler floating on a,
This
a
makes
pool
us
float.
sound horrible,
Yeah,
by
it
the
was
way.
so bad, man. I mean,
delinquents.
it was bad. It was very.
Derelicts.
It was a
We're a
long
bunch of
summer.
derelicts.
But yeah, so we had the 36 rack cooler bag, you know, the one we're talking about here, on a pool float, floating around, and we ran out of beer, so we got beer. That was one time, and I believe at one point we started having a catch with something. It wasn't anything you're supposed to have in a catch with, but we were.
Wasn't catchworthy.
I don't want to ask you what it was. I'm kind of
Yeah,
scared.
That was it. That went out. We got out, got it. That was about it. But yeah, to sum it up, my yard is it's definitely notorious for some benders.
Then Mama Stace came home, whipped up like a 5-course breakfast for us.
Oh
and
my God,
we were ready to
that's
go.
Saint, what a saint.
Yeah. So
And then we were at Crickwater.
that's it.
Crickwater, shout out Crickwater.
Shout out
You've been dealing
Crickwater.
with me for many years now.
We had some fucking good and bad times at Crickwater, but yo, shout out. That's where my band started popping off. Crickwater.
Oh yeah,
I
best
mean-
spot in the city for sure.
Opened up some doors.
Yeah, definitely
Oh,
a great
yeah,
place.
Yeah,
Many
first
great
emo
memories
night.
there.
That first emo night was unreal at Crickwater.
Yes, sir, dude. That shit was
man.
packed, bro.
I couldn't even walk.
150 people.
They were stamping
Dude.
hands. Oh my god, it was
yeah.
insane.
We packed that bar out every time.
fucking
Yeah.
killing us about the fire codes and shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Good old
You
days.
should have
They
made a
had
bigger
the
building.
upstairs. Upstairs was
Yeah,
packed. The
yeah.
downstairs was packed. The outside was packed.
yeah.
It was
Dude, there's
yeah,
people on the
ridiculous.
steps going upstairs, like listening
Now
to
the
music and
upstairs
shit.
is just like, well, I mean, like I guess like six, 7 months ago, it was
supposed
like
to.
full of liquor. I don't know. Is it open now?
They're supposed to open it back up eventually. I think they're
They,
like moving
they got
towards
parties
it.
going on up there now. It is finally emptied out.
Yeah.
I was there 2 weeks ago or a week ago. It was Mother's Day, whatever it was, but they had people going upstairs for it. So
It's like a hidden gem, dude.
They moved in when they had the upstairs. They didn't have the outside. So like the outside, they had a couple tables and for you smoke out there. That was it. But they
Once
opened
COVID popped, then they made the rules like you can only be outside or
Yeah.
this or that. They fucking
Put
it
that
was
tent
only
up.
outside at one
Yeah.
point. You couldn't go inside.
And that was one of them bars that really, it honestly benefited.
We got that
It's
100%.
100% benefited that bar having that outside.
no doubt. No doubt about that.
Kensington Pub blew up too from that too. They had the whole yard set up.
I mean, I feel like they had
Started
the yard.
making the mixed drinks and
The yard was set up a little bit before that.
no, like
but
but I mean having that
having that yard made it much
definitely
better. Yeah,
being able to stay open while
their yard's awesome. I wish Crickwater would I don't know if they own that property there or not. Like, I hope they do. That'd be,
there's different. You have to have different licenses, I think, to serve alcohol outside, to be like in the parking lot per se to serve alcohol.
Right.
Like I'm sure
they probably just have to
Pub.
fence it off or something.
It's just it's another license, you know what I mean? And with Crickwater, it's kind of different because they're literally sharing yards with people's houses.
Yeah,
and
it's
stuff.
rough. I was gonna say when you're around a bunch of houses, like people,
Like, I'm sure you
there's
playing
like
music.
a building right next there. It's probably like a bunch of tenants living in there and shit. And like outside, there's the ultimate vibe to like play live
Yeah.
music and shit for like a band and what we
Right.
do. And like, but it's like all right, certain time you got to cap it off, and they don't want to. They call the cops or whatever it is.
Yeah, right. And, I mean, prime
the
time
struggles,
bar,
being in the
prime time
city.
bar hours, people are filling in, 10, 11
Yeah.
o'clock, and that's times where outside and
Yep.
people are going to start complaining because they want to go to sleep in their
yeah, the
houses.
normal people who aren't at the bar going
Yeah.
to bed.
Yeah.
Normal.
Because we talked to Bobby about it before.
The non-delinquents.
Well, we talked to him before, like, oh, why don't you try to set up a bar out here, try to serve beer out here, make it like a thing? And he's like, I can't. I'm not allowed to actually serve beer out here. But
Well, I mean, I remember when they did the, I forget what benefit it was. I think it was maybe a Back to Blue night or something like that. They had the beer tub.
The
Yeah.
Coors, yeah.
And I mean, I think that's great. Like,
well, I think the tub's all right though, as
I
long
think
as
if it's
as
like
long as it's not a
all you
bar.
can
you're
drink
not
in
just
the
Yeah.
serving
Yeah.
liquor,
Yeah.
making mixed drinks.
If it's like all you can drink, like pay to enter type deal, I'm sure there's ways
Yeah.
around it for sure.
That's what we need
grow.
to get into. Maybe
They'll
start
grow. They'll
doing
get
some-
more licenses. They'll do their
We
thing.
need to start throwing parties or something, renting out spaces.
Yeah, definitely.
Figure something out like
That's
that. That'd
it,
be
man.
fun.
They need the upstairs open again, like on weekends is what they really need.
I bet
Because
that-
back in the when the upstairs was open that you could just walk into, go up there. There was a DJ. It was phenomenal up there. I mean, it was great.
You
Couldn't
see
have beat it.
that new spot they're opening down in Pennsylvania?
Ooh, Liberty Point is it called?
Yeah, Liberty Point. Yeah.
Apparently, it's like the biggest restaurant in Philly.
Yeah,
Because it's
I
like
seen
they
pictures.
serve food, and it's like I don't want to get this wrong, but
I
I'm not
think
gonna
it's
name a number. It's
multiple- I
a
think it's
fuck ton.
multiple
The cap,
venues.
the cap is very high.
Yeah.
For how many people they can have in there at once.
Is it
'cause it's
one
so big.
food venue though, or is it multiple food venues?
I wouldn't say venues, but they probably have
know what
like
I mean,
a
like
bunch of
multiple
different
vendors.
bars, a bunch of different sections you could sit in and get
Countertops,
food
yeah.
from.
Yeah,
I haven't been yet. I want to go real bad.
From the pictures I was looking at, it kind of gave like they have like a circle deck, and it kind of like a boardwalk type of vibe. And so I could kind of see what you're saying with like
Yeah.
different places to go up and say like, hey, I want this, or maybe like an ice cream spot over here.
It's probably 3, 4, 5 different bars.
Oh, yeah,
'Cause
it
there's-
looked-
I think there's definitely multiple levels.
And it looked like that it's kind of set up like you could go grab a mixed drink and then walk along the water. You know what I mean, with whoever you're with. It definitely looks like a good spot
Yep.
because I mean all summer last year was great going down Morgan's Pier,
Maggie's and
Kavanaugh's,
shit.
River Deck, all them places. Yeah,
Yeah, Delaware Ave in general is a good time.
always
Good party scene.
always.
It's only gonna get bigger too in the next few years. Our city just keeps blowing up more and more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all the new places they're putting up. Fishtown, Northern Liberty.
Seen some shit. Seen an article yesterday. It was Philly surprisingly ranked top 100 places to live in Philly. It's just so funny because right around the same time last podcast, I was talking and
Thing fell
Mike's
off.
thing fell off. Same exact like time frame of the last podcast.
We're gonna
And I was
fix
like,
this.
look, bro, you might as well just hold the fucking mic. This is gonna be a thing now. Every podcast.
Just hold it.
I'm just gonna
When
end
there's
up
like
on
5
the-
minutes left, he has to like do that.
I'm just gonna get up and do live music.
It's great.
It's
that-
broken this time.
It's
Part of it's still-
nah, whatever. Shout out AKG Roadcaster. Give us a new pod setup.
Yeah, please hook us up with a pod setup. Someone.
Fuck are
Please
we talking
God.
I
about?
mean, we're
I don't
doing
even
pretty good
remember.
anyway,
We're
but
talking about that new spot, Liberty Point.
that looks cool. Probably some birds down there. Some good women, huh?
Some good looking women.
It gotta be, right? We're gonna check that out. What's
Oh
it,
no,
Thursday?
I'm
my
out.
bad. It was
What time's it open till?
I'm not in trouble.
Yeah,
Not in trouble.
Josh won't be.
Shout
there.
out, Paige. Yeah,
Love you, Paige.
we all love you.
No, I was saying Philly somehow surprisingly ranked within the top 100 places to live in the U.S.
It's probably ranked by someone who doesn't live here.
Yeah.
100%.
Take them to North Philadelphia.
Yeah.
So you're saying it would not be in the 100
100 in the like the whole
Oh,
country.
top
in the
100?
U.S.
Yeah, who's
I
making
think it
this
should be,
list?
bro, in the U.S.
What was it,
Top
99?
No,
Top 100?
Top 100.
Yeah,
It
top
sounds
like one of the
100's
top
broad.
I
10
think it
major
sounds
cities,
better
though.
than I think it sounds better than it is. You
No,
know what I mean?
top 100 is broad.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that's what I
very.
mean. Like,
Where do they
it's,
fall?
I mean, I
Where
bet
do we
Chicago's
fall
probably
in
on
that
that
top
list, too.
100?
If you look, I don't know.
It's gotta be
It
low.
had to be low.
Be low, dude.
No.
We're like over 97.
It had to be low.
You know what I mean? It has to
The only
be.
water we
We're
got is the
99.
Delhi.
It had to
Make
be
the
low because
Schuylkill.
the article was
You know what I mean?
falls within
The
top
blue route.
100. So if it was like top 50, it would have said top 50, or top 25 would have said top.
Right,
It had to be from like 50 to 100.
Maybe even 75.
But like
think
Philly,
so.
Philly's like probably one of the largest population, the top 10 populations, I think, in the country. So like it's really not that
big
great.
city, but we just
Should be
Yeah, but
higher
we don't
up.
leave though, bro. That's the thing. You know what I mean? We're a bunch of jitbags. We don't leave here. You know what I mean? That's the problem. Like
no
we're
one
the
can else
same.
have fun here.
Bunch of jabronis.
Listen, we're gonna stay here, and
We're
that's
gonna
that.
enjoy it.
Yeah, we'll enjoy the shitbag, and guess what? We'll shitbag it the entire
like-
time.
just like
we
the-
hate it,
it's
but we
just
still
like-
Oh,
stay.
we love it.
Yeah,
We
just like
stay.
the PA skills machines. You just
Don't
can't leave them.
Listen, I moved on. Don't you bring that back up, because then I'll get railed up again.
You just can't leave them.
Kids aren't eating like it's the
Fucking,
biggest
yeah,
machine, dude.
yeah. Listen, the wife and kids aren't eating because my Pennsylvania skills addiction. Now what? Now what?
All right.
Philly's got some great fucking people in it, though. Honestly, I've been around, I've been some places, and people are dickheads.
Yeah, 100%.
Philly's got some good-hearted people in
I mean,
it, we'll say.
It does like it makes you think sometimes if when you travel, like speaking back, we were talking about Nashville earlier. Like even when we were in Nashville, everyone was just so nice, and
Oh yeah.
you go to a gas station in Philly, you know what I mean? Go, like, what do you want?
Yeah, you're comparing it to like Nashville.
Yeah,
Like,
but I mean, like even in Jersey, like dude, like the Chick-fil-A per se on Aramingo Ave. I mean, like it's trash. Like I mean,
terrible.
it's like pretty much slandering Chick-fil-A's name because before they put that there, me getting Chick-fil-A was like a treat because it was either up on Grand Ave or in New Jersey.
Yep.
So I mean, now I'll go to Cherry Hill to get my Chick-fil-A because it's just there's so much of a difference. You know, it's
100%.
Well, you're
I still hit
comparing
the
Philly
main,
to Cherry Hill, but
Yeah,
compare
yeah.
Philly to Camden.
There's not a Chick-fil-A in Camden.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I don't think that's all, Bob.
Don't just say Philly and Jersey. I mean,
no.
it depends where, you know what I mean?
No, but I'm saying like definitely like
Let's compare Kensington and Camden. I mean, we got them beat.
I mean, yeah,
we got
I would
them beat.
rather
Two
be in Camden.
two different.
It's
like,
two different animals, but
different
there's some
worlds,
bad
yeah.
shit though. Either
But,
way,
but it's
slice that,
crazy
man.
to say that I'd rather live in Camden than Kensington nowadays.
Well, I don't know, man. You'd be surprised.
Certain parts of Kensington, certain parts of Kensington.
properties are going up and people are moving.
I'm not
in.
talking Northern Liberties.
Camden's
I'm
bad,
talking the
too.
good old.
Dude,
I'm good old Kensington.
I'm more comfortable myself with being in Kensington. I know my way around. I know people
right.
there. Like Camden, I would be, stick out like a sore thumb over there. I don't know anybody. I'm just here. In Kensington, I could kind of be like, all right, at least I know where I'm going.
Yeah, because
my
Brydesbury's
dad grew up down the
pretty
street.
close to
Whoa,
Kensington.
whoa,
It's a
whoa,
matter
whoa,
of-
whoa, easy, Bob. We ain't that close.
It's
closer
it's
than we are up
separated.
here.
It's separated.
It's a
It's
matter.
halfway.
It's definitely a matter of 10 minutes, but I mean, yeah, I mean Kensington back in the day, like my dad grew up in Kensington, my
That was
mom
a
grew up
wonderful,
in
great
Port Richmond, so like
neighborhood,
I would definitely, in terms of saying like would I to ask the question Kensington or Camden, I would have to go living in Kensington for sure. I'd be more comfortable than Camden.
I grew up in Kensington first
Yeah.
few years,
Yeah.
man.
Where at? You know where
Yikes.
streets or?
Right around Frankfurt and Lehigh,
Mm.
Oh, there you go.
Kensington, Lehigh.
The heart of it, babe.
It's like right near
1
Shiona.
pound cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
I
I mean, I was like, I'm talking like grew up. I mean, like young.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
I know. I'll just say 1 pound cheesesteaks.
Talking
Right
like
there.
cheesesteaks as a toddler.
Talking like single digits.
Poppy store cheesesteaks. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Bobby store cheesesteaks are the best
Oh,
cheesesteaks.
oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
The tourists will tell you Pat's and Geno's and this and that. The Poppy stores, bro, is where it's at.
I mean-
because they're made with love.
So,
Steve's, man.
who? That's
All
what
right, yeah,
I was
but
going to
Steve,
say.
no,
Who's
honestly
your,
though,
who's your,
yeah.
Who's your
No,
top? Yeah.
It's gonna be Steve's
It's gonna be
probably.
Steve.
Let me
Yeah.
hear three. Let me hear your top three.
Top 3. All right. Do I have to do them in any order? Because I don't think I could do them in order.
Nah, I'm with you.
See, I'm going to go Steve's. I'm a big Geno's guy. I love Geno's. And then Cafe Carmela. The Cooper Sharp.
Never had it. Dude.
Never been
Cooper
there. Yeah.
I never had
Sharp.
their
They
pizza
are,
either.
Cheese is unreal, dude.
dude, and they're generous.
Yeah.
They are
I
generous.
never had it, dude. It's unreal.
I never had
It's
their
wonderful.
pizza either. I heard their pizza is unreal also.
Yeah, I heard they have like a
Pizza's good. I had the pizza
tomato,
there.
the tomato prove pie or something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, it
Supposedly
sounds
out of this world.
What was the one that was at Frankfurt and Cotman? They closed down.
Frosco's.
Gyms.
Gyms? Is
It was Gyms.
Gyms is
No,
still
They're
Gyms.
still
Widowwood
open.
out?
Nah.
They're still up. Frosco's closed
Was it
down,
Gyms?
turned into Francesco's.
Saw them at Frankfurt and Cotman like years ago. Me and Mark used to go there like 5.
It was
6
Widowwood
years.
out probably. It's probably on my corner.
Nah, it wasn't. It was like a typical fucking name.
Then it was probably Frusco's.
French. Isn't there
Frusco's or
French in
Franks, yeah.
Frankfurt?
Well, I mean, Frusco's
Maybe
and Franks
Franks.
are across from each other
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
Frusco's is Francis.
Oh yeah, it's
Francesco's,
Frank's.
yeah.
Not so. Yeah. Frank's is across the street from Francesco's.
Francesco's.
Yeah.
Anne's, Wellington's,
Yeah.
Harrington's. Well, it's all
But I mean, the original
Close
Widowwood
enough,
out,
I think.
the original Widowwood out was on my corner at Tudor in Frankfurt. So that's right there at Common.
What do you got, Pat? What's your top three? Top
Top
three
three?
cheesesteaks.
I know. Listen, this is going to be conflicted with everybody, but my top steak is Chink's. I think everybody likes a Chink steak. My
Joe's.
second,
Joe's.
Joe's. Let's be politically
All
correct.
timer.
Joe's.
2022,
Second is I like Del Sandro's. I do
Yeah,
like a Del
yeah,
Sandro's cheesesteak.
Messy.
It is messy,
Yes.
but I do like it.
I hate it.
And then third, I know you hate it.
Hate it.
Dude, a lot of people hate it. I like it.
Disgusting.
I like it.
I don't like diced up meat either.
Yeah. Third, I'll go Steve's. I do like Steve's. I don't think it's my favorite, but I do like it a lot.
It's my go-to.
It's easy. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
easy.
it definitely
Go-to.
is.
Like-
What do you got, Bob?
Steve's definitely number one. Then it was Jim's, and then my grandpa's house.
Oh, homemade,
There we
huh?
go.
Yes, sir,
Yeah.
bro. He does this fire thing
respect
where he
the
fucking
shit out of that.
Respect the
skillets
shit
and
out of that.
fucking onions and peppers, dude.
Puts the cheese on there.
Little
right on-
sliced
oh, yeah.
ribeye or something.
Shout out my grandpa, dude. Them
Yes.
homemade steaks for years.
Yes.
I'll tell you what, though. There's a time and place
For
for that.
homemade.
It's fucking phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
Especially if you get a good roll.
yeah, dude, phenomenal. You
Good
go down
bag
to
of
the
rolls.
Fucking Italian
Love it.
rolls,
little
dude.
corner store roll.
Love
They
it.
say rosa roll and thing.
Chef's kiss, you know what I mean?
My top three. My favorite cheesesteak in the city is John's roast pork.
Oh yeah, that's a
100%.
I never had a
one.
cheesesteak
Yeah.
from there.
I'm a big
I didn't
seated
think about
roll
that.
guy. Seated roll guy.
Well,
Seated
you would
rolls.
love
Seated roll.
Cafe
I'm a
Carmela.
sucker
Cafe
for
Carmela
seated
has a
rolls.
great seated roll.
Like Primo's seated roll.
Oh, bro, Primo's
come
is
on,
my
man.
shit, dude.
Yeah,
no
dude.
one ever fucked with Primo's when I was younger. My dad, people hated that place. They're like, the
Primo's.
rolls are
Chicken
so
Diablo.
hard.
Chicken Diablo.
Dude, but I'll tell you what, this may be an unpopular opinion, but Marinucci's over Primo's all day. Hoagie.
Yeah, no, guaranteed.
I'd
Guaranteed.
book it.
It's
Never had
guaranteed.
Marinucci's.
I never had
Never had it?
Marinucci's either.
Wow.
I think I've only had a Marinucci's hoagie tray.
I grew
Never
up. I
got a sandwich
grew
from
up on Marinucci's. Like my mom would go to
Well,
church,
Marinucci's
go to
based
church
in
on
Mayfair,
Sundays.
right?
Yeah.
What's it, Browse? On Browse?
Princeton and Battersby.
Like
Yeah,
near
there's-
Holy Terrace, right?
Up there. It's right
Princeton
on
and
that corner
Battersby,
right
right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I
And
remember.
dude, I grew up on that though. Like literally, I remember.
See, I was always Primo's. You know what I mean? If we were getting hoagies, it was Primo's. So it was like,
Nah, dude. We
Growing
would,
up, same thing with me.
Yeah, right,
Agreed.
right.
I always had Primo's, but
there's
that's
a-
why I
as
never
got
really
older-
had Marinucci's. I'm not
because
knocking. I'm
Marinucci's
not knocking the.
Is there a
opinion.
Marinucci's in?
They
in
opened
Port
one
Richmond?
on Richmond and Port Richmond.
Okay, yeah, there's a Port Richmond. It's not a Bridesburg location.
No. I wish.
No, dude, but I
in
mean,
an
like,
ideal world, sometime. But
My mom would leave church on Sundays and then go directly to Marinucci's, and I remember it's a childhood memory, just getting hoagies, and then having lunch meat for the week.
Dude, they're
from,
generous too. They're
Oh,
generous.
oh my god, dude! It's a family vibe there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey.
It is, and then
Shout
I mean
out
you
Marinucci's.
have Marinucci's down the shore. Yeah, if you want to send us some hoagies,
Tons
man,
of
Time in it,
promos.
dude. I feel like after this, I want to go get a fucking
We're
fat
just-
cheesesteak.
We're
Yeah, yeah.
dishing promos out.
yeah, we might have to take a ride. That sounds like a
Marinucci's.
great
We'll
idea.
get a cheesesteak
yeah,
after
I think
this.
we should. We'll vlog
I
it.
think we should.
Look,
I'm with it because I had beef jerky for dinner tonight. That's no joke. Sunoco
Yeah,
beef jerky.
beef jerky and PA
he
skills
had,
machine.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. He had beef jerky because he spent his money he was going to spend on dinner on the three lucky
And then he
ladies on
didn't.
the skills machine.
He didn't have much money left, so he went and bought some Bud Lights. Now he's here.
And here I am. And here I am.
The Bud Lights. He
Look,
had.
man, cheesesteaks,
Bud Lights were the first purchase, though. Come on, Bob. You know I don't go anywhere without them.
cheesesteaks, PA skills machines, Bud Lights. We had some good fucking conversations. We're pushing time here. Before we cut this off, I want to ask you guys if you had one question that you could ask to the next guest that we have on this podcast, what would it be? Between the two of you, you can have a separate question. You could do one question, whatever you want. Just
I kind of want to circle back to what we were talking about earlier in terms of any ideas or inventions per se to anything that would make the way of living easier for Americans. Like for example, mine was to be able to visualize memories in a way. I think about that often, and difficulties in trying to explain my memories to someone or how something went down or how I pictured it when it went down. You know what I mean? So
for sure.
So I would like to hear, what other people think on that and what they wish should, or even if it's not possible, you know what I mean? Just wish it was possible, something like that. But that's my
All right,
question.
so if you could invent something that would make our way of life easier or more enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
What would
Whether
it
it's
be?
possible
So that's
or
the
not.
next question.
Yeah. I like it. Yep.
I like it.
Ship it.
Got that.
Send
All
it.
Do you have a question? It's
I'm
already.
just gonna piggyback on Josh's. He's more the intellectual out of the two of us. So
usual.
I
Per usual.
Yes, as per usual. So
Just like the flights.
yep. just like those flights. So I am on Josh's question.
All
I
right,
piggyback
for
it.
sure.
Nice.
You guys have any ending, anything you want to throw out there before we cut this off? Any,
Just want to say thanks to Mike and Bobby bringing us on.
Big
Great
time.
time,
Big
great
time.
vibes,
good
always.
times.
man.
Yeah.
Phenomenal
It won't be the
time.
last. Definitely won't be the last.
Yeah.
for sure.
Just tune in, stay
Happy
tuned.
back.
You know what I mean? They're doing big things with Bobby's music, doing big things with the music. Just stay tuned. That's all.
It's a fun time, man. I
I'm
definitely want to have you
Mike
guys
will
back.
keep getting fucked up on here, so just wants to keep staying
Yeah,
tuned
I'm
for
gonna
that.
keep it
and
entertaining. You know what I mean? Someone
Stay
has
tuned
to.
on
Hell
that.
yeah.
Mike be Mike, Bobby be Bobby. That's it.
Hell yeah, bro. Well, thank you guys for coming
Yeah,
on. We
thank you
appreciate
guys,
it.
sir.
Yeah.
For
Can't wait to have you guys
sure.
back on for sure, man.
Yes, sir.
Until next time, hey.
Yep.
It's the first Chris podcast.
Thought I had it mapped out. Took the wrong turn, but I'm on track now. First I took a wrong turn, needed to get out this town. Head to the airport, don't know where I'm going now. Take a trip to Tennessee, drink some Hennessy and whiskey for the memories. They tell me to let it be, I ain't got no enemies. I'm just trying to live a good life. Philly just ain't doing it, so goodbye. I love my city and it's scary thinking about leaving it, but you're there, so